Well, in health news for you tonight, a recent Pan American Health Organization report on masculinity and health in the Americas revealed that men live almost 6 years less than women. Well, tonight, Jimmy Swain spoke with a local therapist on toxic masculinity and its effects on the nation's men.
The term toxic masculinity is very highly connected to a fragile ego, right? That's an ego that always feels as though it has to defend itself against something. And most Bahamian men in our culture are defending themselves against this form of weakness, right? That they perceive to be the opposite of masculinity, right? Some heightened sense of being a woman or some femininity. And so you find that men have struggled with resolving conflict in nonviolent ways. Men have had issues connecting with their emotions because they identify that as a weakness or as more female than male.
The report highlights that 1 in 5 men die before the age of 50, with the leading causes of death listed as heart disease, interpersonal violence, and road accidents directly related to socially accepted macho behaviors. Cognitive behavioral therapist Harrison Thompson says in weighing in, a man unable to connect with himself begins to unravel.
Where he's attempting to find himself, but he's always missing the mark. He's always just shy. You can be so close but so far away, and this is why you find men tend to engage in such extreme behavior like binge drinking, partying, hypersexualization, unreal standards in relationships. These types of things are almost distractions to help him feel better about his inability to connect with himself. The more sexually active he is, the more he is perceived as masculine among his friends and comrades. This, of course, can be very toxic.
The report suggests this concept of masculinity or machismo leads to risk in the form of violence, sexually transmitted infections, lack of shared responsibility in the home, or risk to other men such as accidents, homicides, and other violence. He says the home is one place an intervention could be made.
We need to start back in the home. Understanding that it's not so much about gender roles as much as it is teamwork. I often encourage husbands and wives not to think alike, but to think together. Because the process of thinking together removes a lot of the pressures from having to do something that we are not able to do, right? If I don't have money, but you do, we should be able to think together on that issue to get the matter resolved.
This is another.
There are people out there other than just our family that needs help, right? We tend to look at life in terms of what we can do for us and for ours, but sometimes we have to step outside of that comfort zone and give back to others who don't have the opportunity to reach out to a mentor or to reach out to someone who comes from a different place than I do, right? And so sometimes just engaging with people on your commute to the food store, engaging in community service, sometimes slowing down and just talking to kids along the way. All of these things are things we can do that doesn't require so much change, but it has such a big effect on the community.
Jimmy Swain, ZNS Network News.